How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Yeah, back with a little bit of if I can get this shit right. There you go. Back with a little bit of back east brewing up at this piece in their Chex Mix. Yeah, this is a Pilsner. Keep cold, drink fresh. It says here, Czech Mix is our flagship Pilsner. A traditional Pilsner. This lager is brewed with a mix of Czech and Bavarian malt and hops fermented with German yeast strain. Light in body and color, with a crisp, clean taste. Czech Mix has a light malty sweetness and subtle hoppy finish. I know nothing about back east other than I've had a couple of their hazy hoppy jams. A couple people over the years have sent me their Ice Cream Man and their Scoop and Double Scoop kind of beers. I believe that's all I've had from these guys. I could be wrong. But yeah, we're diving in this sucker right now. Label-wise, it looks like a cereal box. And I don't mind it, actually. I dig when people kind of do the whole IP theft thing, but what is Chex Mix really gonna give a shit about IP theft? But the beer itself, pinky finger, dark, a bit darker than what you expect from a Czech Pilsner. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on it, but just goes darker. And this beer comes courtesy of my boy Steven. He came down for Beer Tube Palooza, brought boxes for everybody. Yeah, looks the part of a lager. Let's put it that way. Let's get a nose. Malt drives the day here. I mean, you got this nice, sweet, just elevated past Pilsner malt. By that, I mean hefty dose of Pilsner malt. Something maybe a little bit bigger. Did they call out just a Bavarian malt, Czech and Bavarian malt. And it just has this, like I said, elevated beyond just a base kind of Pilsner malt. Nice malt forward, a little bit of sweetness. It's almost like a lemon lime kind of thing floating around in there. Very, very gentle, subtle bittering in the back end. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's interesting. It's interesting in a tasty way. I actually do really like this. So, the maltiness here comes off crackery, but light a little bit. Just a little bit kind of grainy. Kind of slowly working itself in towards of a subtle wheat vibe, but not really getting there. Reminds me of Chex Mix. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if that's just power of suggestion or whatnot, but that plain kind of Czech Mix kind of graininess that you would get from the cereal, it has a subtle bit of that. Like, again, I don't know if they made that on purpose, but I'm kind of getting here, so it's kind of turning me on. On the other end of things, a nice, purposeful, while not aggressive bittering. There is this soft little lemon lime kind of thing coming from the hoppiness. I can get down with that in this beer. I mean, you're talking about an Americanized version of a Czech Pilsner. I call it the ABV on this sucker. They don't. As far as I can... Oh, wait. 4.9. Oh, they put in the things where you see the cereal things. Yeah. Aw. But yeah, actually, I think this is quite tasty. It's not uber Czech Pilsner, traditional-wise. The way the grains come off, the way the hopping comes off, it definitely comes off as something that is tweaked, but it's definitely kind of Czech in its soul, the aggressiveness in which it is hopped, and the way the malt is kind of done, it just happens to be a little bit different, a little bit of a tweak, and I kind of dig that. I love me a uber traditional BJCP style to a T beer. I love them. I love them in 1 or 2 style, especially old school lager and Pilsner. But when you get something that pays homage to the past, as this does, definitely in its malt and hop bill, but at the same time brings a little bit of kind of Americanism, not in a crazy bonkers way that it's like super double dry hop, the kooky weirdo malt. I like it. I dig it. I think it's quite tasty. 4.9% would like it. It's not a bad ABV, but I'd like it to be a little bit smaller so I could drink a couple more of these. But I think this is really tasty. Like I said, at the get, back east has always been just this hazy brewery, at least from my experience. That's all I've really had from these guys. And I'm going to tell you the truth. The Ice Cream Man and the Scoops are not really my kind of beer. I like hazies. I like them done a certain way, and just not for me. This is. So, walking into this brewery, let's say I went on a trip and I walked in there, I never had this beer from this brewery before, only had those other beers from them. And I walk in the tap room and I look around and I see the Pilsner and I said, give me a pint of that. Let's start it off, because I already have preconceived notions going on, I drink that and be like, okay, I like this place. Let's put it that way. It's a really well done Americanized version of a Czech Pilsner in a very fun way. Is it one of the better ones I've had? Yes. Is it Mount Rushmore status? In the Americanized version, probably. I'll put them up there over traditional. It's still worthy being up there, just not Mount Rushmore level stuff. If we start to talk to you about the Americanized ones, much closer to the top. Value and availability in this, no idea. Steven, let me know what's what, and leave you with, if you like what, will you like this beer? If you like Czech Pilsner, you like American twists on Pilsner, but nothing too aggressive, then you'll dig this beer. There you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Chex Mix right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.